In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make a very easy calculator, a very simple one with Python. And I'm going to start off very easy, and then I'm going to start going a little bit advanced. So the core of this entire process to build a calculator is based on one function, a built-in function in Python known as eval. And if you look at the doc string, it says evaluate the given source in the context of globals and locals. And that might not make a lot of sense, but basically, it takes the source, whatever's inside it, and it's going to try and convert the string into it's going to actually treat it as an equation, and it's going to solve that equation. So what I'm going to do inside this eval function, I'm going to say input, so that means it's going to prompt the user for something, and I'll say input your equation here. Okay, and then I'll leave a couple of spaces. And now if you look here, now if I do something, let's say something very simple, 4 divided by 2, get 2. I'll run it again. 4, let's say 4 to the power of 2, again 16. And you can keep going on like this, but as you can see, it is working properly so far. So this was the first part, but if you look here, as you can see, when I run this, I'm only allowed to input one equation, and then I have to run the entire thing again. Which, if you actually want to use this for real purposes, this is not going to be very efficient to keep running it over and over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code here, and now I'm going to put it down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a loop. I'm going to do a while loop. So this is saying while true, which means basically true is always going to be true. So it's going to last forever until I say so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a variable. I'm just going to call it x just for demonstration purposes. Obviously, this is not really a good name. And instead of putting this eval here, I'm actually going to take that out, and I'm just going to leave this as is, except for this. And in here, um, since this is a while loop, if I do not give a circumstance to break it, it's just going to run forever, which we don't want. So I'm going to say exit to exit. And now I'm going to run a conditional inside this loop saying if x is, and double equal means the equality operator. So we're going to say if x is equal to exit, actually we're not going to say anything, we're just going to break, right? We're going to get out of this loop to end the process. And if it's not, I'm going to just say else here because that's all that's needed. Else, now I'm going to do the eval function, and I'm just going to say x. But so now I'm going to run this, and now I can do 3 plus 2. That's another mistake. Evaluate will actually when you go to run it multiple times or when it's in a big body, you actually have to print it out. So I'm gonna do print evaluate x, and I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do an fstring just to make it simpler. I'm gonna say the answer is, and then I'm just gonna say in brackets. And this is, I've covered this in another video. If you want to go check that out, it's in the description below. And now if I do this again, actually I might have to restart because I just layered two. You can't layer to multiple parts together. Okay, now it's come, and now I'm going to say 3 plus 2. Now it says the answer is 5. 4 plus 4 times 3 squared, I guess. 36. But now when I do this equation, let's say 4 divided by 0, right? We know that that's going to fail. But when I do this, The problem is I get a traceback error, and typically you don't want to get a traceback error. You want it to handle it more gracefully. Like maybe just say the error down here and just say error and then just put the error and then continue on. So, but instead what this traceback does is it blows up the entire thing and it ends the process. So we want to change that, but anyway, for now, let's try to exit. Now, if I say exit, and now as you can see, it has ended the process. Okay, so now I have shown you the problem, which is that gives you a traceback error, and that's very annoying to deal with. So what I'm going to do to resolve that is I'm going to paste it into another cell, and what I'm going to do now is called a try and except block, which is basically saying to Python, try to do this line of code or whatever is inside, and if that doesn't work, give us an error, and we're going to label whatever that error is, and it has to be indented, of course. So oh whoops, I lost that line. So now what it's going to do is it's going to try to do this line, and if it does fail, what I'm going to do down here is going to say except, and except means I'm going to say some error. But since I don't know what error that the user is going to accidentally put in or purposely, I'm just going to say exception, and what that means is except, and then it's going to take in all of the errors. So except exception as E or as error, I guess. So that'll take all the text from whatever this exception is. So for example, if we had that division by zero error, it's going to copy down whatever Python will say in response to that. And now what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to print. Again, I'll use an fstring because it makes life easier. Error, and then now I'm just going to print out whatever Python would say in this case. But the main difference here is that now if I do make the error, for example, let's just try and first see if everything's okay. 4.3, that worked well. 3, let's do one more. 3 times 2. And now let's try and do something. Let's do the division by 0. So now it's going to say error division by 0. But now, as you can see, it actually did continue on, and it did not blow up the entire thing and make you have to restart all over again. And now, if we check the exit, it still works. Now, for my final one, I've made this really big killer sequence for a calculator. If you want, you can look through it. I'll just give you a quick run through. So first, to ask, would you like to turn on the calculator? If it's yes, it'll give us a progress bar and give us some sound, and it will print. Actually, it will be easier if I run it for you. So let me do that. Right, and let's say yes, and now as you can see the progress bar finished loading, and I don't know if you could hear it, but there was actually a beeping noise. And now let's do some more. 4 plus 2 or 4 to 4 square root of 4. That was an error, and as you can see, it gave the error, but and it still continued on. And now let's just exit. Calculator off, and again there was another sound, you might not have heard it, and it says calculator off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos on my channel. They might interest you. So yeah, thanks for watching.